This morning I'm making sour cream, and I'm going to do a little bit of a test because I'm just curious more than anything. I have existing sour cream that I made, that's not all, and then I freeze dry sour cream, so I always have starters because you don't always need sour cream. This way, if I don't have any of the previous batch to make a new set of sour cream, I can use this freeze-dried starter. So I'm going to do a pint of each and just see if there's any difference. So of course you have to start out with filling up your jar, however much you're making. And this is heavy whipped cream, just in case you weren't sure. Heavy whipping cream. And for the starters, the freeze-dried starters, it's 1.5 tablespoons of the freeze-dried starter per pint. I'm going to need my opener because I always vacuum seal everything that I have in jars that's been freeze-dried. There's one and a little bit more. And then I will take and stir that around, break it up, and it'll reconstitute. And this is the existing sour cream that we have in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to take 1 tablespoon of this. Stir it up a little bit. Tablespoon of that and put it into the other one. And then this one, just break apart the ball of freeze-dried sour cream, and that will reconstitute itself. And I'm not looking for this to become creamy or anything, or I'm just breaking it apart so that it has a chance to become moist again, make it a little easier in that process. It doesn't have to be anything perfect. And I have made sour cream both ways from my previous batch and from my freeze-dried starters. I've done it both ways. It turns out fine. Now Todd has made me a box that has a heating pad under it. I'll show that to you in just a second. I'm going to mark this. So I just made sure that I marked the freeze-dried starters so I know which one I'm looking at whenever I pull them back out of the box. So I'm going to take both of these starters and put them into this box that Todd made me. It is a bee box, and I know everybody doesn't have bee boxes, but it's a bee box, and then we have a heating pad in the bottom that we use whenever we're starting seeds. And of course there'll be a lid, a wooden lid that I will put over top of this. Now originally when I started using this, I did put a thermostat in there because I wanted to make sure I understood what my temperature was and had to pull the heating pad out a little bit in order to get that at the right temperature for fermenting sour cream. So I'm going to leave this in here. I'll set my alarm. So in 1.5 days, I'll know to come back here. About in a day I'll come in and I'll just open it up and stir it. So I'm going to put my lid on it and plug in my heating pad, and that's it. So we'll be back here in about 1.5 days or so and show you what the results is coming out of the box. But then once you put it in the refrigerator, it then changes again and becomes thicker. So we'll be showing you the progress along the way. So let's open up and take a look. This one on this side is from my freeze dryer starter. And this one is from my existing sour cream. So you can see that it's thick. It's not running out in any way, and neither is that. So the next thing I'm going to do is stir it just to see what the bottom is like. And And it's still nice and thick. And this is from the freeze dry starter. And then let's try the one that started from this sour cream starter, and it too is very thick, maybe just slightly less thick, but yet you can't get any nicer than that. It's a nice sour cream. All right, and last but not least, we're going to have a taste test to see if we can taste a difference. And since Todd is the sour cream lover, he's going to taste the one from the freeze wheel. From the freeze dryer. Did you get enough of it?
Let's try that again. It's good.
Okay, and then we're going to try the one from the existing sour cream. Try that.
Boy, it's buttery.
Survey says
No difference.
okay. So what this tells me is if I run out of sour cream, because we don't use it for a while, I can very easily go back to my freeze-dry starters. Keep in mind you can buy starters, you know, online as well. If you don't have a freeze dryer to freeze dry your starters, just buy existing.